Hello, everyone, and good morning, and welcome to my electronic scoreboard for Strat-O-Matic football, a super advanced version. I've done some more updating and tweaks and created the ability to automate the defensive movement, defensive markers, and defensive choices. Choice of run and pass and moving of all the defensive markers is all automated now, and it's based on algorithms on the down and distance of the offensive team. I am currently in the third quarter of a game between the 1979 Bears and the 1976 Steelers, and the Bears seem to be getting the best of the Steelers so far. Terry Bradshaw keeps throwing interceptions, it seems like. Yeah, he's got two. So I have both teams in the run-oriented play calling, as they mostly called run plays about 60% of the time. And let's see. So yeah, I've automated that. On my version, I'm actually showing the player cards. So it's really speeding up play, and I'll show you how that works here in a minute. Let's see. So I've also turned it, made an option to where you can still manually call your defenses and use the offensive and defensive play calling program guides if you want to do that, or you can put it on the automated version. So let's run a few plays and see what happens. We have a punt happening right now. The Bears will be kicking, so let's go ahead and kick that. And we've got the dice roll up here. This is the white die, and this is the sum of the two red die right here. Now for kicks, it's different. You actually get two rolls, so it won't actually be the same as this. But during regular plays, you'll notice that this is the same as these up here. So anyway, we'll go with the 8. And it is a punt 40 yards to the number 1 back. So 40 yards, change possession, and we're going to look at the number 1 back on the punt return. We have a 4, and that's a 25-yard punt return. Look at that. So we'll move the ball 25. First and 10 for the Steelers, third quarter, 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go. So you can see the defense has already moved up in the automated defense calling. This little guy's calling the plays, my little artificial intelligence guy here. So the middle linebacker has moved up on the line. We don't know if they've called run or pass yet. We can either call our offensive play manually, or I can just click on the helmet and get the auto play from my algorithms for play calling on the offense. So anyway, offensively, you can see the defensive middle linebacker has moved up onto the line. Everyone else is in normal position. Let's see what happens. The play is a line buck. The call is right because they did call run, so it's a line buck right. And we have a 2 and a 10. You can see it's the same here. On kicking plays, it'll be different. So we have a 10, a line buck right 10, and that is 1 yard for John Fuqua. Brings up 2nd and 9. And you can see the linebackers have crept up on the line now. Let's see what happens. They call pass, so they have 2 linebackers in blitzing situations. We've called an end run here for the Steelers. End run wrong, and we have a 2 on the 2 red die, and that's a gain of 0. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 is a gain of 9. Gain of 9 for Franco around the end. First and 10. The Bears 37. And we have a line buck right. And 7 has a gain of 1. You can see the ball goes to where the play is automatically as well. So it was a gain of 1 for Rocky Blyer up the middle. Brings up 2nd and 9. The defense has pulled the right linebacker up into the line and the left linebacker. Let's see what they do on 2nd and 9. They are going with a run, and they're going to double team the tight end with the left linebacker. We have a short pass, and wrong, because they guessed wrong, run, and 4 will be a gain of 14. Look at that. And he passed it to the tight end, Randy Grossman, for 14. Oh, check that, because we have the linebacker double teaming the tight end. Cannot forget that. So we have short pass and wrong and a double team. So we're looking at this column. on the 4. So instead of a 14, it's an incomplete pass because of this double team right here. Look at that. Wow. So we're going to clear that and just hit the yard marker, set yard marker with nothing entered, and then that will put in an incomplete pass. So we now face a 3rd and 9. The left linebacker has crept up. Everyone else looks to be normal. And let's see what they do. They go pass, and we have a short pass. We have 3 men in the zone, so we're looking at this column on a 7, and it's the defender's incomplete. We're looking at the defender, and it's either incomplete or 15 yards. And defender for Frank Lewis, is he the split end? He is the right cornerback. So depending on the right cornerback, it's either incomplete or 15 yards. A right cornerback is Virgil Livers, and he is rated a 4, and the white die says it's a 6. So he does not make the play. That is a 15-yard pickup. And that's our first down on the Bears 21. All right, so everybody looks to be in normal position. 1st and 10, let's see what they call. It's a pass, double teaming the tight end with the left linebacker. And the Steelers have called a line buck, wrong, 7, and that's a gain of 6 for Rocky Bleier. 2nd and 4. Franco Harris, end run, right, 9, no gain. 3rd and 4. Steelers call off tackle, Franco Harris. And we have no linebackers in the off tackle left. So yeah, off tackle, we have no linebackers, and we're looking at a 7, so that's a gain of 1. Brings up 4th and 3. We'll try a field goal. I think, yeah, it's the 3rd quarter. So we'll try field goal. Roy Jarella from the 14-yard line. So we have a 7, and 2 to 7 is good. And so we'll give them 3, and that was a 31-yard field goal for the Steelers. .31-yard field goal. So that's been our scoring summary thus far. Short pass from Terry Bradshaw to Randy Grossman for 10 yards for the Steelers touchdown. And the Bears had a short pass from Mike Phipps to Ricky Watts for 9. And an end run by Sweetness for 5 yards. And add on a couple field goals for the Bears. And we have a 20-10 game. Here's our stats so far in the game. So we're ready for the kickoff. We'll use this number here since we didn't use this one yet. A 7 for the kickoff is to the 10-yard line and the number 1 back. And we have a 5 on the 2 red die on the number 1 back. And that is a return of 24 yards. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Packers. The Steelers defense seems to be in a normal setup, and they go run, and we go end run with the Bears go end run right because they called run with a 6, and it's a gain of 0. 2nd and 10. You can see a linebacker crept up here. Let's see what happens. Going to go Walter Payton on an off tackle. And we have a linebacker there on that off tackle to the left and with a 6. So we're looking at the 1 linebacker column. So we're going to look at the split rating. We have our secondary roll here, 4. So it's a -2 with a fumble. So this may hurt the Bears. Let's see who recovers. And the offense recovers. So they face 3rd and 12. Middle linebackers crept up there. Free safety is going to double team the flanker. They got a pass with the middle linebacker blitz situation. We're going with an off tackle, David Williams. No linebacker with a 5 on the red die. Defensive tackle can make the play. Either 0 or a gain of 5, which would not be enough for the first down. But what I've learned about the Steelers line is they're going to make the play. They're usually 5s or 6s. So it was the defensive tackle we're going to look at, right tackle, and that is Ernie Holmes, and he's a 6. See that defense? Wow, that's amazing. And so they made the play, no gain. So that'll be a punt. And we're looking down here with the 5-44, the secondary punt returner. And that's an 11. That's a return of 36. Look at that. Wow. So we'll move the ball 36. Can ignore that penalty flag on kicks for me. 1st and 10, line buck right. No linebackers in the line buck zone. So we're looking at this column on an 8. That's a +5 and an extra 10 yards because there's no linebacker behind him. Because he crept up here to the left tackle area. He left this zone open. So this little square means that's an extra 10 yards because there's no linebacker here. So that's a 15-yard pickup for Franco because of the way the defense played that. 1st and 10 on the Bears 25. And we have an off tackle, wrong, 3, and that is a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Looks like we're going to the air. We have a pass with a blitzing linebacker here. It's a short pass, right 8, and that is incomplete. 3rd and 8. Going to the air with a flat pass. We have nobody in the zone. Both linebackers have moved up onto a line on a run play. So it's a flat pass, 0 men, 9. We're going to the receiver card for Rocky Blyer. And it is a flat pass wrong. We're going to look at our secondary roll of 9. It's a gain of 12. Look at that. So it looks like the Steelers are on their way to making a comeback. 1st and 10. Franco Harris, line buck, no linebackers. This column, 9. So the defensive left tackle is either a gain of 1 or 6. And the Bears can go either way on their defensive line. Left tackle's a 4. And this is requiring a 6, so it's a gain of 6. He did not make the play. Franco gained 6 on that. 2nd and 4 from the 5-yard line. Going to take to the air, short pass, wrong, 5, and that's a 15-yard pickup. And that, my folks, I'll put 15 in, but it'll credit him with just 5. That is a TD pass. And that puts him within 3 with the extra point. You can see it puts in just the 5-yard that they actually gained for the touchdown. And Terry's QB rating is steadily increasing as the Steelers' comeback is on. And let's kick the extra point just to make sure they get the 17 here. 5, and it is good. We'll use these for the kickoff. 11, it's to the goal line. So to the number 1 back. So I'll do that and do the kick return. 6, using the number 1 back. 23-yard return for the Bears. Okay, so the comeback is on. Looks like we have a good 4th quarter and the end of the game coming. Right now, the Bears lead 20-17, but things seem to be going more in Steelers' way here, and we'll see what happens, though. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the forums.